All right, so what is special about this video we did? This recording was done at 40,000 images per second, frames per second, and at a very good resolution. And what happened was we were searching for, trying to understand how lightning rods work. And to do that, we need to be close to lightning rods that could be struck by lightning. And this is not an easy task. What we see in this image is the approach of a cloud to ground flash. So it comes all the way from the cloud base to the ground. And when it approaches the ground, we see nearby buildings trying to connect to this downward moving negative leader, we call the discharge. When it's moving, we call it leader. And so there is a downward leader, which comes all the way from the cloud to the ground. And then when it's very close to the ground, then we see these tips of lightning rods trying to emit, to start upward moving discharge that try to connect. So you see very clearly that from lightning rods, there are some discharges appearing and starting, trying to connect the one that's coming down. It has not already appeared in the image. It's up here. And this is only 300 microseconds. This time here indicates the time of this frame in relation to the moment when the lightning strikes the building. So we see from different places. That's amazing because we are so close to these buildings that we see tiny. This is about 4 meters long. This is only 10 or 12 meters long. So these are tiny discharges, not so tiny, that try to connect the one that's coming down. Now you start to see the downward leader appearing in the image. And then the beauty of these images that captivated so many news journalists, more than 100 newspapers from all over the world, more than 20 different languages reported this recording, and particularly the image before the final strike, let's say. So here you see the progress of the upward leader from this building. And you also see here tiny, we call them upward connecting leaders, not only from the lightning rod, but also from the corners of the buildings. So here you see, this is scary because this is where people stay when they are in the balcony of their building, of their apartment. And this is some metallic tube that goes all the way along the balcony, and it's emitting discharge, trying to connect the one that's coming. So you see here another upward connecting leader, this one, and they start up, alternate and pulse, come and go. This one is well established. It seems that it's gonna make the attachment to the one that's coming down. And here you see other upward connecting leaders from several. We counted more than 30 places where these upward connecting leaders appeared. And here you see the right side of the discharge, the downward discharge, downward leader, let's say. They are connected somewhere up here. We are only 75 microseconds before the striking return. We call it return stroke. It's a big discharge, very dense discharge. And here we see several features that were never seen before. The velocity of each of these leaders, how they progress, the difference between negative. We know these are negative downward leaders. These are positive upward leaders. You see quite a kind of a fan. This is electrons coming towards the tip of the leader here, here, and here. And here you see a different features like fingers. We call them streamers, and some we call these space stems, like segments of the channel that are not connected to the main channel, but they will soon connect or disconnect totally. And here you see several streamers coming down, and we would expect this. We are only 50 microseconds before the return stroke. You would expect that this lightning rod would connect to this part of the downward leader, but no, the one that connects is this one, as you're gonna see here. Look how close we are from attachment. This is only 10 to 15 meters apart. Here we are a bit more far away, and this contributes very much to the understanding of the attachment process, to the understanding how lightning rods work. And then finally, this is the return stroke. This is how it appears. So much light, such an intensity that this was a 30 kiloamps return stroke. And then you see that it didn't connect here, but it eventually managed to connect. And not to the lightning rod. That was weird. We saw that it connected to later that it connected to the chimney. There was this the owner of this apartment had a pizza oven, and the chimney was not well protected. The lightning protection system was not well done, and so it struck the chimney, and it made it quite a bit of a destruction there. So you had pieces of the chimney falling all over from the top of the building all over all the way to the ground and to the swimming pool, into the swimming pool he had here. Here you see the damage caused by the lightning to the chimney of the oven pizza. As there was no lightning protection, it had to go through the metal rods that make the chimney. And as it's not a appropriate path for the large currents, it was humid, there was water inside, some fractures that were already there. And what happens that you have the water vaporize it, and then you have a big explosion, cracking the bricks and corners of the chimney. So all these pieces flew to several places, and that shows this. So this video allows you to see how important it is to have a lightning, well done lightning protection system, but also shows how lightning rods work, and it's very interesting to see such a close view all these characteristics of lightning attachment. So if you have a downward discharge, instead of buildings, you have people, same thing will happen. You see upward connecting discharge going up from the head or the shoulder or arms, hands of these unprotected people that are standing on a beach or on an open area, open field. And it explains why even when you are not struck by lightning, you feel some current flowing through your body, and this can be very harmful.